Listen up, everybody. We've got some black celebrities out here trying to guilt trip us into voting for Kamala Harris. They're saying it's our duty, that we're letting the team down if we don't. Well, here's a news flash. Guilt trips don't put food on the table. They don't create jobs, and they definitely don't address systemic racism. We're tired of being taken for granted. We're tired of being told who to vote for without seeing any real change. Our vote is our power, and we're not giving it away for empty promises and emotional appeals. We need to see some concrete plans and tangible benefits if we're going to throw our support behind any candidate. This isn't about blind loyalty. It's about our future. It's about our communities, our families, and our children. We need leaders who are willing to fight for us, not just ask for our vote every 4 years. So, before you start throwing around the guilt trips, ask yourself this. What has Kamala Harris actually done for the black community? Because right now, the answer seems to be not much. We're not asking for handouts, we're demanding our due. We're demanding a seat at the table and a real voice in the conversation. We're demanding leaders who understand our struggles and are committed to creating a more just and equitable society. It's time for our vote to count for something real. Let's be clear. Where's the anti-hate crime bill from Kamala Harris? Where's the plan for reparations? Crickets. There's no real talk about closing the wealth gap, no substantial economic policies aimed at uplifting black communities. Sure, she talks a good game, throws around a few buzzwords, maybe even sheds a tear for the camera. But talk is cheap. We need action. We need someone who's going to roll up their sleeves and get to work dismantling the systems that have held us back for generations. We need investment in our schools, in our businesses, in our neighborhoods. We need access to affordable healthcare, quality education, and good-paying jobs. These are the issues that matter to us, the issues that will make a real difference in our lives. So before you jump on the bandwagon, take a good hard look at Kamala Harris's record. Ask yourself, where are the tangible benefits for the black community? Because right now, all we see are empty promises and a whole lot of pandering. Now, let's talk about these celebrities for a minute. We all know how this game works. They get a nice little donation to their favorite charity, maybe a promise of a cabinet position down the line, and suddenly they're singing a different tune. They're paraded around on talk shows, splashed across social media, telling us how important it is to vote for Kamala. But are they really doing it for the community, or are they doing it for themselves? It's not always easy to tell when someone's motives are pure, especially when there's money and power involved. So before you let these celebrities guilt you into anything, ask yourself this: who are they really serving? Are they using their platform to uplift the community, or are they using it to line their own pockets? Because in the end, actions speak louder than words, and we need to be wary of anyone who profits off our pain. Now, some folks want to point to Kamala Harris's sorority membership as if it means something. She's one of us, they say. She understands our struggles. But let's be real, folks. Belonging to a sorority doesn't automatically make you a champion for social justice. It doesn't erase the fact that she has a questionable record on criminal justice reform. It doesn't make up for her lack of tangible solutions to the problems facing our communities. Sisterhood is important, but it's not a substitute for policy, for action, for real change. We need more than symbolic gestures. We need leaders who are willing to stand up for us, even when it's not popular, even when it costs them something. We need leaders who see our humanity, who understand our history, and who are committed to creating a more just and equitable future for all of us. Let's not forget, Kamala Harris isn't just a product of her sorority. She's a product of her family, and her family's history is deeply intertwined with the legacy of slavery. Her ancestors owned slaves in Jamaica. They profited off the backs of our ancestors. That's not ancient history, folks. That's her family's legacy. Now, I'm not saying she should be held responsible for the sins of her ancestors, but let's not pretend that her family history doesn't matter. It shapes who she is, how she sees the world, and how she approaches issues of race and inequality. We need to have an honest conversation about her family's past and how it might influence her policies. We need to ask tough questions about her commitment to dismantling the systems of oppression that her own family benefited from. Because if we're going to move forward as a nation, we need to confront the truth about our past, no matter how uncomfortable it might be. So here's the deal. We're done with the guilt trips. We're done with the empty promises. We're done with the symbolic gestures. We want to see some real change, and we want to see it now. We're demanding reparations for the injustices of slavery and Jim Crow. We're demanding an end to mass incarceration and police brutality. We're demanding investment in our communities, in our schools, in our businesses. We need job training programs, affordable housing, and access to quality healthcare. We need an economy that works for everyone, not just the wealthy few. We need to stop spending trillions of dollars on wars overseas and start investing in our own people. These are our demands, and we're not backing down. We're not asking, we're telling you. The black vote is not a guarantee, it's earned. So if you want our support, you're going to have to work for it. You're going to have to prove that you're serious about addressing our concerns and creating a more just and equitable society for all.